He's won numerous European Tour events multiple times. He'd like to add Hungary to that list. But Danny Noppert, just like our first two combatants of the afternoon, he's still looking to get his first European Tour success. He's been close in the past. But his record against Michael in this kind of setting is not great. 6 meetings on the European Tour, and Danny has only won the once. And that was back in 2022. That was in Riesa. Is this a good time to be playing Michael van Gerwen or a bad time? I'll be very interested to get the thoughts of Dan Dawson this afternoon.
I think it's a very interesting question.
First leg, Michael to throw first.
Certainly better playing nowadays than it would have been 7, 8 years ago. But he's got that winning feeling back.
100
He is capable of anything. Good and bad, MVG. Yesterday, he was not very good, but Matthew Dennett couldn't do anything to really hurt him.
140.
Yeah, two very different players from the same country. And after dart 4, he's already thinking about a second 9 darter in this place. Where do you stand on the fact, Dan, that this might be the best place to play darts? Considering the technology in this place, it's actually air-conditioned and it doesn't fiddle with the stage.
Yeah, it is very impressive, and obviously massive crowds, which are great, but largely quite placid crowds. I still think sometimes a slightly buzzier atmosphere players can enjoy and feed off. But it is right up there with some of the best venues for professional darts in Europe, full stop. What an opening leg this is. Michael van Gerwen going 4 darts into the 9, but Danny Noppert threatening an 11 darter here and a break of throw.
Danny requires 76.
Dominantly, he does like to leave tops. Let's see how he is on it with his first attempt.
36. Michael, you require 78.
Doubles weren't sparkling against Robert Owen in the first round. Might have to be a little bit better here. Speaking of better, that's exactly what Michael's looking for in that department, because against Dennett, like you mentioned, Dan, he didn't have to be brilliant. And I think that reaction is born from what happened on the outer ring yesterday.
Yeah, 20 missed darts at double for Michael van Gerwen yesterday. Well, 14 missed by Danny Noppert, to be honest.
125.
But he enjoyed that. And you mentioned he's got a great record against pretty much everybody on the European Tour. Of course, Michael van Gerwen. Been on the Euro Tour for any number of years. You'll have played him. You probably lost to him at some point. Perhaps
60.
Many times. But Danny Noppert has beaten him in other things. He beat him in the Netherlands in a World Series event. That was just after MVG had come back from the surgery on his wrist. He'd had the sort of ligaments tweaked. Good quality game. Danny Noppert won it. Beat him at the World Grand Prix in a game that surprisingly got a bit feisty, that one.
180.
This could get feisty.
140.
It's already very good.
Danny, you require 121.
Danny Noppert threatening a 4-visit leg again. Bullseye. Danny Noppert has missed darts for the first 2 legs of this match.
Right in the middle. Absolutely sensational. Just like the first game of the afternoon, one person could have been 2-0 up, is 2-0 down.
'59.
After what I just said, have you pulled up your record against Michael van Gerwen on the Euro Tour to show me?
Yes.
Play 2-1-2.
Absolutely bragging about it.
Yeah, 2012, 2013. A lick just before he popped.
He'd already made a world final.
Yeah, yeah.
I never blow my own trumpet. Give me some credit.
100.
Yeah, fair enough.
Danny's been a tremendous player now for about a decade. I
140.
think people tend to forget that. They think, he's been around 5, possibly 6 years. No, it's 10. Multiple
46.
systems, and when he came to the PDC, he didn't even win his tour card by right. He won it by topping the order of merit.
Kind of a very Danny Noppert thing to do, though, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Man has not won a Euro Tour, but has been in loads and loads and loads of quarters and semis. Just hovered around the sort of just outside the top 10 in the rankings for most of the last few years without winning loads of titles. Just always in the mix. And he's threatening 4-visit legs every leg. He's going to get one eventually, surely.
120.
Michael's not going to leave 100 this time. He's left something a little bit easier. Danny gets a second poke this time. That is a lovely marker and a lovely result.
Danny Noppert. Fourth leg, Danny to throw first.
I love these battles between two players from the same country. Not necessarily two English players or two Scottish players, but when it's two Germans or two Dutch players, it means something to them to get one up on them just for the day.
Yeah, and look, I think particularly where Michael van Gerwen is concerned, he is held in such
54.
esteem, look, by any darts player, but particularly the younger generation of darts players in the Netherlands. This is the man who saved darts in the Netherlands. They were going to stop showing it on the TV until Michael van Gerwen turned up. They were watching him lose to Paul Nicholson on the Euro Tour and go, what's the point in showing it? And then all of a sudden he started winning things.
Did you just blame me for that?
But they were, and that changed things. And it's obviously been a staple. Barney put it on the map in the Netherlands. Michael van Gerwen saved it. And so players, we wouldn't have players like Jan van Veen and Danny Noppert, potentially, if it weren't for MVG.
You could be talking for the next 10 minutes about the players we wouldn't have seen if it hadn't been for this guy.
Absolutely. But he is held in such esteem, but Danny Noppert is long enough in the tooth and experienced enough, or he should be able to deal with it. He's dealt with it before and beaten him on big stages. He is threatening a 4-visit leg again, Danny Noppert.
Now what do you do? He hasn't taken his eyes off the ball.
102. Michael, you require 167.
The stats say that's probably not the right shot. And ultimately, the stats prove correct. But it is MVG averaging 105. You can understand why you went for it.
And Danny's averaging nearly 115. 988. Oh, it's perfectly pitched.
Danny Noppert, fifth leg, Michael at third first.
I'm surprised at the 988 for one reason, and not surprised in another way.
100.
Great quality, as you can see, but early in his career, Danny was a 1-double-12 guy. But maybe after hitting 88 with 2 darts in hand in the previous leg, he's thinking, well, I'm not going to go 1-double-12. I'm going to try and repeat the trick.
And look at that. Danny Noppert could be 4-0 up in this game.
58.
It is a brilliant performance from Danny Noppert. But it's only to all. This is the good version of MVG. This is so much better than yesterday against Matty Denham. But Danny Noppert is playing well enough to deal with it. However, can he sustain this?
134.
Danny has made 3 quarter-finals on the Euro Tour this year.
93.
Some people would say that's a successful season. I don't think he will.
No, not for the standards that he has set himself. Wow, Danny Noppert.
77.
Once again, Danny Noppert is on a finish after 9 darts, like he has been in every
94.
single
Danny,
leg.
you require 132.
This is utterly magnificent from Danny Noppert. I mean, 57 gives him a go at the bullseye, but how do you get there? How do you get there, Danny Noppert?
He's got to bend it. That's always the risk because of the kink he's got in the board with his lie. That had to be really precise.
Can't get the treble 18, Danny Noppert. If Danny Noppert is being allowed a 5th visit to the board in this game, he's winning the legs.
50.
Double 10.
40.
Not on this occasion.
Michael Lee requires 16.
Double 8 is getting a hammering. Oh, and he hasn't found it. He's in disbelief.
Danny required 10.
I think everybody is, including Danny, who has taken a 3-2 lead. And like you said, Dan,
Danny
could be
Noppert.
5-0.
6th leg, Danny
Look,
Noppert
he's
first.
fortunate to get that leg in the
Game
end,
on.
Danny Noppert. But he was first to a double again. He is scoring like an absolute monster. This is like watching peak Dave Chisnall.
140.
The first 9 average from Danny Noppert, and we are into the 6th leg of this game, is almost 130.
59.
This is a man who is noted primarily for his finishing.
Is it a coincidence, though,
100.
that if you look at his angle of attack on the treble 20, the best scorers in the world all have the same angle? Anderson,
100.
Littler, Chisnall, Adrian Lewis in his peak, Van Gerwen at his peak. It's all upright angles. When you talk about big scorers, do we talk about Phil Taylor? No. I
He
think
was quite a big scorer, to be fair.
97.
he wasn't a big 180 hitter.
European champion? I'm not bringing up the European Championship.
That's an anomaly of everything we can ever think of.
He's quite good at darts.
I think
Danny Noppert is playing like he's Phil Taylor here.
Yeah, I think the only person who really gets big score kind of stuff who's doing them differently is Jan van Veen.
Yes, it's a very good shout.
140.
But Danny Noppert, this is utterly spectacular. And it's not stopping. He started brilliantly and he's just carried on.
95. Danny
And Michael
requires
Van Gerwen is
54.
struggling to get a look in this game. That is 4-2. It is 4 legs on the bounce. And Michael Van Gerwen has had half a dozen darts at double. Danny Noppert has had twice that. He could have won this 6-0.
60.
And we're talking about a player that's been beaten 6-0 in a quarter-final this year in Noppert. Whatever he's had for breakfast, I want some.
97.
Raymond van Barneveld was spellbinding yesterday. One of the best displays we've seen from Barney in any tournament for years, for my money.
39.
Danny Noppert looks $1 million here. It is a weekend that has not started well for the Dutch players. There's a whole host of them, favourites for their game and lose, early exits for Nijman and Van Veen and Van Dijvenbode. The defending champion, Michael Van Gerwen, is on the ropes. But Danny Noppert
134.
plays like this all day. Danny Noppert is stoppable, but it's going to take something utterly incredible to stop him.
His average has dipped just a little bit in the last few minutes.
40.
So much so that this performance wouldn't even get in his top 5 in his European Tour career, stating that
96.
maybe his achievements on stages like this have been understated.
Just for a change, he's not on a potential 4-visit leg.
98.
Not even on a potential 5-visit leg here, but Michael Van Gerwen has still got work to do.
100.
Interesting choices. 162 I like. You might get that from Rob Cross, by the way.
96. Michael Lee requires
He's
72.
coming up a little bit later on. Double 12.
Gauge on the
Just a little
sand
nod
flag.
from Michael as if to say,
Michael
right,
Van Gerwen.
let's get into
Eighth
this.
leg, Danny Noppert.
It's still a retention of a break from Noppy. Does anybody call him Noppy anymore?
Yeah, loads of people.
58.
Right, Danny Noppert did drop off in that leg, and he started with a score of 58 in this one.
85.
I applaud those school projects.
Might be a school project.
60.
Might be an independent artist.
It
59.
was quite unlike Michael to stay on that 60 when it was blocked. In previous times, he would have switched on dart 2. They're both proven to be quite stubborn up there.
78.
First half a dozen legs of this, very, very high quality. It has started to get a little bit messier,
134.
which is probably good news for Michael van Gerwen, because when it was high quality, Danny Noppert was the better player.
134.
This is an interesting switch. Check that off your list again.
71.
That's what Danny's got left. I wouldn't be surprised if he's done that just because Danny's on 171. Remember what he did to Chessie at the Worlds in 2021?
Yeah, showed him how to hit a 9 dart at the 141. Double 16. Double 8 for the break. Michael van Gerwen levels this match, and it might be swinging back in the defending champ's favour here. Danny Noppert has gone off the boil.
Michael first. Game on.
That is a perfect first start.
137.
Looks like he's conserving energy here as well. He's not showing a great deal of gumption when he's winning a leg like that because he knows that today could be a long one. Sundays are all about energy management. That's why he's won so many.
$140.
A little bit low in the bed, so switches down.
98.
6-0. Missed darts for the first 2 legs. Won the next 4. This could have been over already. But it's MVG in the ascendancy. Danny Noppert trying to turn the tide, and that 180 might help him do it.
124.
Let's see if he gets a shot. Big bullseye this.
Game from the 9th leg.
The reaction is muted, but it's full of confidence. And that was a landlocked bullseye, just like this country. Fabulous shot, great timing, and denying Noppert the chance to take the lead. It's Michael who takes it. Looking to get into his 3rd quarter-final of the season on the Euro Tour. And he hasn't lost at that stage yet this season.
It is Chris Dobie who awaits us all by draw bracket order on the final days of European tours.
44.
The first game didn't look like it was going to go to a deciding leg, but ultimately it did. Chris Dobie managing to stand firm. Danny Noppert forced the last leg decider in a game that he could have won already. He's still averaging 103. Over the whole piece, this is a very good Notty performance, but he was unbelievable in the first 6 legs. And it has dropped off.
Based on the evidence to the last couple of Sundays, I know we're early into this one.
81.
Michael seems to be playing pretty well on Sundays as we go into the autumn. Look at this. Absolutely brilliant. He hasn't even got the most 180s in the game, but he's found brilliant ones at just the right time.
Right things at the right moments. And Michael van Gerwen has come good when it looked like he might be getting railroaded by Danny Noppert. Can't get the treble.
57.
Notty's setup is good. Leads the 50.
50.
He's 4 from 14. Is this good? It's better than good. Now we go the distance again. It's going to be one of those afternoons. Welcome to Topsy-Turvy Hungary.
In the topsy-turvy game. First 2 legs for MVG, then 4 on the spin for Noppert, then 3 in a row from Michael van Gerwen before Noppert stopped him there.
You mentioned he could have won this game minutes ago. His leg winning range is really tight. It's between 14 and 16 darts. But like you've already mentioned, most of those legs could have been better.
Yeah, he's missed doubles. Even every leg he's won, he's missed at least one dart at double. They could have been done sooner. He was threatening 12 darters in pretty much every leg in the first half of the game. But if he can threaten a 12 darter in this last leg decider, it'll put him in such a strong position.
60.
Just the 60.
That's the curse of being a really good grouper. That's pretty good.
140.
I think it had to be a 140. He might have to take the 257 out in 6. He might not even get the chance.
121.
Now he will.
He will get the chance. One loose dart from Danny Noppert is the difference between being within finishing range and just outside. And a 2 treble visit. Michael van Gerwen digging deep here.
This is a version of Michael that I really like. He's turned into a grinder. He doesn't dominate people as much anymore.
100.
But he's not shying away from the hard work.
A chance to win it. But he needs a treble. He's got the treble. Match start MVG pulls it low, and Danny Noppert should get at least one himself.
Danny, you require 80.
What a game this has been. How does it end? Does it end on double 10?
Oh,
it might, but not for Danny.
Michael, you require 20.
Agony for Danny Noppert. Wrong double. And more misses for MVG. This might end up being the worst leg of the match, but it'll be the decisive one. And Danny Noppert beats Michael van Gerwen. The defending champion is dethroned in Hungary. Noppy, utterly brilliant in the first half of the game. Needed a little bit of fortune at the end, but a superb display over the whole piece. And Danny Noppert beats MVG in a big stage ranking game for the first time in 3 years. And Mighty Mike will not retain the title this weekend.